So I'm thinking of doing a Paraliminal challenge where we go through some of these wonderful products and let's see what we create. Now, with regards to the Paraliminals, if you have the Mind Tracks app, you'll know that there's a Paraliminal of the day. So every day, a particular Paraliminal is recommended. You can listen to it or not, it's entirely up to you. What I was thinking about with the Paraliminal challenge is that those of you who have the library, and if you're watching this in real time, then I'm doing a kind of pre-launch offer. It's £39. You get all 60 of the Paraliminals for 12 months. Listen to them as much as you want. If you're on my e-newsletter list, that is £35. That, of course, that price is going to change. That's just while I'm doing the pre-launch. But I'm thinking all of you who have the Paraliminals, if I've set you up in the past couple of weeks or you've purchased during the pre-launch, then let's do a Paraliminal challenge where we'll all be listening to different things because we're all going to be focusing on something different, but we make a commitment to using the Paraliminals. And if you need any help and support, I'll put together some little Paraliminal suggestions in terms of order and sequence and things you might want to listen to. So if you have the app, and that's it, you can see on the screen at the moment, there are a number of sections. So there's an A to Z, of course, but they've also then sectioned it out. So there's abundance and money, sleep and relaxation, habits, learning and growth, emotional and mental health, physical health, productivity and relationships. And you've also got the amazing sleep tracks sections, which is a whole other ball game. It's just amazing. So I'm thinking that what we can do is we're closing out the year. For those of you who are watching this in real time, it could be really fun to do a 7-day challenge where you choose the area that you want to focus on. And let's just say, for example, you were thinking about your physical health. So it may be that you use the suggestions. The 5 elements healing could be a really good one. Ideal weight, if you're thinking about weight management. Perfect health is another of the Paraliminals that will be brilliant for that. And recover and re-energize. When I first started out as a coach and hypnotherapist, I did a lot for several years around helping people give up smoking. It was very common at the beginning of the end of the year, beginning of the year. So you might go for the smoke-free Paraliminal if that's the place and the space that you're in. And if you're thinking about your health and well-being, you might go for the youthful vitality. One of the things that's really interesting about the Paraliminals is they are already designed to be used when you are relaxing or even in bed. So it's not that you have to have and find loads of extra time to do them. And typically they run from anything from 20 to 30 minutes. That's the rough approximation of how long they take. So yeah, and I just thought I'd give you a little look-see, because once you're inside the app, as well as just clicking on the Paraliminal and listening, there's also a lot of other things that you can uncover. If you look now on the screen, you see those three lines, on the top right. When you click those, it opens up a wealth of information. You'll get to those when you're on the Mind Tracks homepage, where it shows you the Paraliminal of the day, and you'll have help and support. What are Paraliminals? What is Holosync? Paraliminal success stories, the story of how it came into being, terms of service, privacy policy, legal trademark. And you'll also see your subscription there as well, your profile. So there's a lot of information. So I just thought I might just give you a quick whistle-stop look at some of the things you'll find, the way it's laid out. And if you fancy the sound of the challenge, now, if I've set you up with the Paraliminals already, or you've purchased during the pre-launch at £39, the challenge will be included in that. There won't be any extra charge for that. If you're listening to this and those deals and offers are over, it will be, I'll probably launch at about £69 if you want to take part in the challenge, and it will include your 12 months library, but that price of course will change. But just to give you a rough idea, but if you've already got the Paraliminals from me and I've set you up in the past month, then the challenge that I'm talking about will be included free of charge. So in terms of, so let's say for example, Happy Money was the Paraliminal of the day. So you get a little write-up about what it is, you see who the presenters are. So it's Dr. Paul Arsheely and he's with Ken Honda, and then you get the write-up text there. In terms of some of the groupings, this gives you an idea of other paraliminals that you may not see in the interest section, but you'll find them somewhere else, or you'll find them, of course, on the A to Z list. So you've got Fresh Start, and you see a little write-up about each of the paraliminals. So this one, discover how every moment offers a fresh start to a better life, rise above ineffective patterns, etc. And you can always read more, get around to it. That's one that I started using back in the day in 1998. The Gratitude Paraliminal, actually haven't listened to that one yet, so I will do. You got Finding Yourself, that's the one I'm listening to today. So that's just a screenshot of where I was. I was 9 minutes in. You've got affirmations with some of them as well. So these are some of the money affirmations. And these are the affirmations that will be within the paraliminals. There's no subliminal stuff. You can hear everything that's going on. And these are some of the affirmations if you happen to drift off when you're listening to them, consciously that is, which is very, very common. So what we got, money is like water. It can be a conduit for commitment, a currency of love. Money is moving in the direction of my highest commitments, nourishes me and the world. What I appreciate. So you've got all those, and I'm all like, what you're looking at now, I am inside of the app. So all of these, you have them in the app, and you'll have them for the various paraliminals. I've just pulled out this one about happy money. You've got Finding Yourself, 5 Elements Healing, Focus and Concentration. So this is looking at the A to Z list, just to give you a little flavor. Abundant Money Mindset, Active Listening, Anxiety Free. I used the Anxiety Free a lot as well back in the day. Paraliminal of the Day, Finding Yourself. That's the one I was listening to today, just to give you a little sense of what's in there. You've got information about what the paraliminals are. So the intro here. Audio tools designed to help your non-conscious mind learn new ways of responding to what's going on in your world. 10-minute supercharger, that's one I started off using in the 1990s as well, when I was attempting to study and my brain was like mush. So I know that one very, very well. And then again, we've got more about, just some of the things you'll find and the write-ups and the text and the information. So yes, that's it in terms of just a sense of what's included within the paraliminal. So this is one if you're looking at the money and abundance section, the fearlessness, financial security, finding treasure, those little gems everywhere you go. So if you would be interested in joining the challenge, now with regards to this particular challenge, we'll all be in different time zones, different times of the day. So it's not necessarily about having to be somewhere at a particular time. It will be deciding what you want to focus on for that 7 days, making a note of what those paraliminals are, what are you going to commit to listen to, deciding when is the best time of day for you. So you can see here, for example, deep relaxation is 32 minutes, calming the mind, diminishing stress, eliminating fatigue, revitalizing the body. It may be that that's a good one to listen to as you go to bed, before you go to bed in the evening, or while you're in bed in the evening. Dream play, I think that one probably speaks for itself. Euphoria, 27 minutes. That might be a good one to listen to, I don't know, while you're making your breakfast in the morning. So we'll get our head around what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, make the commitments, and then from there, we'll get started with the challenge. There's also coaching sessions in the paraliminals as well. So you can go through the Happy Money, the Live with Purpose, Jack Canfield. So you decide what it is you want to do. Have a look around the app, press some buttons. But as I said, if you haven't pressed all the buttons, this just gives you a look-see in terms of what's there. And then decide what you want to do. So Creativity Supercharger, 21 minutes. Let's say if you're working on a project, middle of the day, you might want to get the Creativity Supercharger out. This one, Creating Sparks, if you're focusing on relationships, put sizzle in your life, ignite sexual passion, automatically increase the quality of your thoughts. And Conscious Time. Actually, I haven't listened to Conscious Time. Some of them are newer that came on stream, and so I haven't listened to Conscious Time yet, so I'm going to have a listen to that one as well. So yeah, you decide what it is that's really going to work for you. Automatic Pilot and Belief, those two I had quite literally on Automatic Pilot, Automatic Play as well back in the day. So yeah, and what I will probably do is create a little workbook that you can use as well, so that you can map out where you're starting, use it to set some goals as we close out the end of the year as well. And the paraliminals can then be used to help and support you in what it is you want to achieve in the coming months. So it might be, you might be looking at the next quarter, the next 6 months, the next year, 2 years, whatever it is. But I think if I put a workbook together as well, it can really help kind of cement what we're doing and show you how to integrate paraliminals as not just part of the day, but part of your life and the things that you actually want to create, because there are some absolutely brilliant titles in here. So if you want further information about this, easiest way to find it is to, if you're not on my e-newsletter list, go to my main website. That's transformationstm.com, www.transce, F for Freddy, so FORMATIONS, TM.com, so transformationstm as in trademark.com. Once you're on the website, there's a red What's New button at the top, so click that, a panel will slide out, have a little bit of a scroll, and you'll see something that says Paraliminals, most likely, if you're watching this in real time. When you're on the site also, if you look on the top left, you'll see a box where you can sign up for my e-newsletter list. So that's where you get advanced notification about what's going on, usually get different pricing to the pricing I'll put out. So for example, e-newsletter lists have an extra 10% off the launch price of the Paraliminal library for the 12 months. So if you want to sign up to the e-newsletter list, that's the place to do it as well. And yeah, and with the Paraliminal library, you get access to all of the Paraliminals in this library, plus all of the interviews, the videos, the write-ups, the affirmations, all of that for 12 months. And it's just one fee that you pay. And in this case, if you're watching this in real time, it's £39 for 12 months access, compared to what it usually is. It's $99 normally for the 12 months access, and you get access to all of the Paraliminals. So that's it. If you know someone who could benefit from these, it might not be your cup of tea, but you may know someone who could. Please feel free to share the link, share the details with them, feel free to share it on your page, etc. That would be amazing. The more the merrier. And yeah, let's use the mind and brain in an even more amazing way as we go forth into the future. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for sharing. Marilyn Devonish, the Neuro Success Coach, over and out. And final thing, I know somebody had said, where did I first find out about the Paraliminals? I first came across them when I purchased the photo reading home study course, because there was a Paraliminal, there's a photo reading Paraliminal. Actually, I think that's one of the only Paraliminal that's not included in this, because it's unique to the photo reading workshop. But I got the photo reading Paraliminal with the home study. There were cassette tapes back then. Intrigued by the idea, so I ordered a few more. So the 10-minute supercharger, anxiety-free, get around to it, automatic pilot. So I ordered a bunch of them as well as individual. Again, they were cassette tapes, then CDs, and now it's an app. So that's how I came across them in 1998. Absolutely loved them, because I used to call them the easy way to change. Well, I used to say the lazy way to change. I now say the easy way to change, because I was just lying there with my headphones on, wasn't doing anything. And if you've not experienced the Paraliminals before, you get one voice narrative conversation in the left ear, completely different voice narrative in the right ear. They run at the same time. There are places where they intersect and the same word will be said at the same time, then they dovetail off again. And then you've got the holosync technology that is overlaid into that as well. And in the app, it explains what the holosync technology is. And I've also put an explanation on the sales page if you're purchasing the 12-month app and pass. So yeah, that's the answer to the question in terms of when did I first come across them. So 1998. Right, I shall leave it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I really look forward to working with you if you're going to join me for the Paraliminal and Goal Setting and Goal Achievement Challenge. Catch you later.